Well, hello you all, and thank you for stopping by the Crafty Hook. My name is Nona, and I am the creator of the channel. I do a lot of videos on crocheting, diamond art, loom knitting, and a few cooking videos. I'm glad that you stopped by today, and I hope that you enjoy the video. If you do, I hope that you hit the subscribe button below and come along on my journey of different craft and hobby ideas. So today, as stated, just kind of hanging out here and doing a little video and talking a little bit about diamond art. What is diamond art? Is diamond art hard or easy? And how do you do diamond art? What supplies you use and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and go over that with you today. So don't go away. Okay, so first off, diamond art is just about for anybody. Anybody can actually get a canvas and learn how to do and work on a diamond painting. There are several different sizes and types of diamond art, from landscaping to animals to cartoon characters. There's thousands of different varieties out there. Diamond art to me is a lot like cross-stitching. With cross-stitching, you would use a thread, follow a pattern, and mark each one or each item symbol with a different color. Diamond art is similar to that. Diamond art, you follow a pattern that has symbols, and you place gems or diamonds, some people call them gems, some people call them diamonds, along the pattern, and you follow these symbols to create a very stunning piece of artwork. So let me show you just a few of the examples of the ones that I have done. Okay, first off, I apologize for the light glare there. This is one of the first ones I've done, was the Last Supper. This one is consistent of the round diamonds, but just kind of gives you an example of how the pattern comes out and creates an amazing picture. And as I stated, diamond art is in many different sizes, many different pictures, themes. Here's another one I've done of a tiger. This is also consistent of the round diamond. Another diamond art I've done, which is called a partial, is of the giraffe. As you can kind of tell on this pattern, the diamonds are only on the giraffe. The tree area is just filled in. It's like a painted canvas. So I just did the diamonds around that on just the giraffes. And here's another example of the Tweety Bird. This one is from a Diamond Art Club, and this one is consistent of the square diamonds. Let me go ahead and just get a closer look. So if you can kind of see here, these are the square diamonds. And here's another that I have done of the square diamond, also from Diamond Art Club. So if I zoom in here, you can actually see the square diamonds on those. So as you can see by what I've shown here on the video, there are several different sizes, there's several different patterns, pictures, things like that that you can choose from. And whether you like the round diamonds or the square diamonds, there's just a lot of things that you can pick and choose to actually see what you think about doing diamond art. So it all depends on your preferences. So let me go ahead and go over some of the items that I use when I do my diamond art. Okay, so first off, this is one that I am currently working on now. So this one here is also from the Diamond Art Club website. This is a goddess and her tiger to kind of match the theme that I have on the wall with all the wild animals. Now I do have it kind of rolled up back there a little bit because I'm kind of working on a corner down here, and I was having a really hard time kind of being able to see the symbols. Now using that as an example of having a rolled up canvas, when you decide on which pattern or which picture in that you'd like to work on, most of the time they come to you in the mail, or if you buy them at the store, they're rolled up. So how do you get the rolls and the wrinkles out of your pattern? So what I do is I roll the pattern out. So kind of like this. I roll it out. Now when I first laid this on here, the corners were kind of wanting to roll on me. So what I do is I take like a book or anything heavy. So for example, this is one item I use here. I just kind of lay it right on the edge and I leave it there overnight, and I do that on all four corners. I put something heavy. As you can tell, on this area here, I have actually laid it down for about 48 hours prior to doing anything with it, prior to peeling anything off of it or anything, and put all my double-sided paper on it to protect it from any dust. And it's actually nice and flat. So yes, as stated, I take like a book or sometimes like my eyeglass case. I do have little magnets that I can put on there as well. Let me show you those. So I have a few of these little diamonds here. And they have a magnet on the back. And I just take and place them on the corner of the product, the pattern, the canvas. I tack those down on each corner sometimes just to kind of give a little extra weight on it to hold it down. And like I said, just let it lay there for about 24 hours and it'll end up kind of bringing out the creases and that in the pattern. So what are some of the items that I use when I do my diamond painting? Now when you first get a diamond painting, first off you have the canvas as I showed you on the one I'm currently working on now. And then it comes with a bunch of the beads that are placed on the pattern. The beads usually come in little bags. They're like little plastic bags and you have several colors depending on how many colors you're working with. For example, on this one, the Goddess and the Tiger comes with 78 colors. So you're asking, how do you organize that? Well, I'll show you right now. So first off, there are many ways that you can do it. A lot of the canvases will come with little Ziploc baggies, and you can separate the beads, put them in the bag, seal them, things like that. But I used to do it that way, but I actually came up with something a little bit better, and I noticed that a lot of diamond painters out there use it as well, and it came out for me fairly simple to be able to kit up and separate my beads. So let's take a look. Okay, so this here is like a little zippered like case. It zips all the way around here. Kind of nice little pattern. This one here has, I believe, 120 jars in it. They're kind of jars like this. And you can separate each color in each jar. And some, depending on what kit you have, some kits I get, like this one, Diamond Art, they have little stickers that come in their kit that you can actually put on the top to know what the code you're working on and the number is. So I go ahead and I break down my kit and I put each color in a different container with this symbol on top. So like I said, this one actually comes with about 120 of these containers. This I found on Amazon, but there are, I believe you can find them at some craft stores. I have seen these at a couple different craft stores. One was a Ben Franklin, and I don't remember the other two, but you can find those there as well. It also has like a little sleeve in here that you can keep all of your supplies organized as well. So yeah, that little container, or this little box thing that zips with the containers in it, makes it really simple for me to just kind of kit up, keep my beads separated, things like that. So that's just kind of one item that I use. Another item that's handy to use, and most kits come with one, is the bead trays. Now, there's a lot of different types of trays. Sometimes it comes with like a little green tray, which I apologize, I don't have any of those to show because I don't keep those. I usually donate those. But like this one here comes with most Diamond Art Club kits, such as the one that I'm currently working on. These are kind of nice. They actually come with like a little stopper that just slides right down in here to kind of keep your beads from sliding out. Another one, and I found these on Amazon, is kind of a little bit bigger tray here. And the thing I like about this compared to the one that you get from the Diamond Art Club is this little spout that comes with the tray actually fits right into these trays as well. So you can actually snap this right down in here and use it as a stopper also. But I myself prefer the bigger ones because I like to dump a lot of diamonds, and I try to cover a big area with like one diamond at a time kind of way. So things like that. Another thing that's nice to have is, I call it a scraper, but I use this when I put my two-sided paper on my project. I put this two-sided paper down and I just kind of take this and I just kind of rub it lightly over to kind of get it to stick, because this covers the stickiness to protect it from any type of dirt. So this little scraper thing usually comes with the kit that you get with the big trays. You can find them, I believe, on Amazon. In a lot of the kits, you also get the pin putty. Now this is, they all come different. I think this came from a kit I bought at Michael's. Diamond Dots, I think it was the brand. These little wax putties here. Diamond Art Club usually has like the heart-shaped ones. Oh. The heart-shaped ones usually come with like the diamond arts and stuff, but you do get like pin putty is what I call it. Another little handy thing that I use is these little funnels. They're kind of foldable. You can fold them flat and store them. When I'm ready to kit up, I usually take this and I place it on top of my bead container, and then I just dump the beads in here. Now, when you first use one of these, there is a lot of static that forms inside these. What I do is just take like a Q-tip and kind of rub around in there with alcohol, let it dry, and then I don't have that issue. But they come in all different shapes and sizes. You can also find these at a craft store, I believe, or I get up most of my stuff like on Amazon. So like I have a round one here, and I also have a square one. Kind of got the square shape at the bottom, and this is a little bit kind of a smaller opening. So these kind of come in handy where I'm not dumping diamonds everywhere. So that's another item I use. Then, of course, with Diamond Art Club kits, I'm not sure of other kits that I found that also comes with what's called a washi tape. This is really nice. I like to use this around the edges of the products when I'm working on them, kind of like this. So I kind of line up the tape along the bottom or top, wherever I'm starting on it, because it keeps my diamonds nice and straight all the way up the side and across. And then when I'm done with it, it just peels right off. So that's another little handy item, is to use the washi tape just to kind of help get your diamonds straight and not slide all around. Okay, another thing that I use is I have several different types of diamond art pens. You usually, of course, when you get a kit, they usually come with the basic type of diamond art pen, kind of like this one. Some of them come with a little holder that you can attach over it, and also different, what they call multi-placers, to place more than one bead at a time. They have kind of like these nice little ones. These light up at the tip. This one doesn't currently have a battery in it because I'm not using it, but the tip of it kind of lights up. It's kind of another option. They also have more high quality, kind of decorative ones here, like this one. Kind of has a really nice decorative handle. You can have one with just multi-placers on it, or you can have ones like this one here. I have a multi-placer on one end, and then the tip of it kind of curved, so kind of makes it a little easier kind of to place some of the diamonds. Then of course you have, you know, the straight ones. So as you can tell, I kind of have a few different colors and that of all of the diamond placing pens. You got these ones that are kind of decorative. You got the one with the light up tip. Then of course you get the basic that comes with the kits. When you purchase a kit, they usually always come with just a basic one. Different types of putties like this here, this little jar of putty. One of the kits I bought, I believe I got it at It was a little like mom and pop, I think, diamond place back in the state of Washington when I was there visiting. Kind of come with this little container. And it has like 10 or 12 of the putties stacked in here separately. So that's kind of nice to have, is just kind of have a little extra putty. Another thing is like the tweezers. I like the tweezers usually when I'm doing like square diamonds, because sometimes if I don't get them lined up just right, the tweezers kind of help adjust them where you're not scraping the glue and that's on the canvas. So that's just a few accessories that I use with my diamond paintings. These little plastic cases that have all of this in here, when I had placed an order on Amazon, there was a package that came with a tray. It came with a couple of these with smaller little bead holders. So I just kind of created my own little kit here. Another item that's good is, I call it a roller, a diamond art roller. These are kind of nice because once you place the diamonds on and you get like a certain area covered, I just kind of take this and roll it over the diamonds to make sure they're all nice and straight and stuck really well. And I'll kind of show you an example. So when you're working on your diamond art painting and you get all like a little section here done, all this thing does is just rolls, you just roll it back and forth either way, and it just kind of helps get those diamonds to stick a little bit better. Another thing that is good to have when you're doing diamond painting, and a lot of diamond painters out there that I know personally really like to have what they call a light board. So here is a pretty basic one here. And what a light board does is this surface, this one here, when you have it plugged in, it creates a light underneath it. A lot of artists in that use it, diamond painters use it, and it creates a light through your pattern and makes it a lot easier to see the smaller coatings in that when you're placing the diamonds. So they come in pretty handy. You don't have to have one, but it is just an item that kind of makes it a little easier. And there's several different varieties. Like I have that one that I just showed you. That was my first one. It was pretty basic. There's also this one here. This is a cordless rechargeable light pad. You plug it in. Usually takes about an hour to fully charge it, and then you can, you know, sit on your couch or your recliner and use it without the cord. So it's another nice option. What I did for myself, I've been doing diamond art now for about 2 years. And I created my own kind of a do-it-yourself light board. And I'll kind of show you how I did and what I did here. So what I did is I bought this desk, and it has a glass top on it. And I thought, wow, it's got a nice glass clear top. I can really create a nice big light board. And I do have another video that I posted on how I did this. But what I did is I went on Amazon and I bought these string lights. And I kind of stuck them to a piece of cardboard underneath this glass. And as you can tell, I just kind of ran them back and forth. And yes, some are kind of spaced a little further apart, but they're so bright. So I bought that, I put the lights on there, plugged them in. I can lay my diamond painting out on it. And as you can see, I have a pretty large area to work on with the light coming through and how easily it is to see the codes here. Let me show you what happens when you're not working with a light board. Okay, so as you can see, the light board is on, and it really brings out the codes to the pattern to be able to place the beads, the little symbols there. So let me show you when I turn it off. So now when I turn it off, it's a lot darker. You kind of have to really go close to be able to see those codes. So a light board makes a big difference. Makes a big difference to be able to see those codes much better. That is just a few items that I use for diamond painting. It's kind of nice to have a little bit of variety. Now, if you decide to get into diamond painting, you don't need to go out and buy every item out there. is not what I'm saying. I mean, you don't have to have several different pens, things like that. You want to, you know, try it out. Make sure it's a hobby that you enjoy and you like to work on. One thing I can say about diamond art painting is it's relaxing. It relieves stress tremendously. I have a lot of anxiety sometimes, or stress. Just daily, everyday life is normal. And just to sit down for a couple of hours for me and be able to work on this, it really helps out a lot. I love working on diamond art, and I love creating a wonderful piece of art. So let's go ahead and kind of talk about the canvas itself. So as you see here, I've already done this part here of the beads, and this part is currently what I'm working on. Now this paper that is on here is two-sided self-sticking paper. And this is the area I'm working. Now this here has kind of a stickiness to it. This is what helps the diamonds stay on the pattern. So you're asking, okay, so what happens if it loses its stick? What I do is I take a little bit of like diamond art sealing glue or any type of clear glue, and I just kind of stick it on in the little areas to be able to create the stickiness again for the diamonds to stick. Okay, so let's go ahead and just kind of show you the process of putting diamonds on your diamond art painting. First off, I grab my tray. I look at my code that I'm on next. So it's telling me that it's in my jar number 13. So I pull out my jar and I make sure that the code here, the code on there matches the one that I'm currently working on. Got my diamond tray. I just kind of dump some diamonds in there. I don't have many left of this color to finish on this pattern, so we're just going to use what's left in that jar. Then I have my little handy diamond pin here that I'm using. And here's the putty I was talking about that comes with your diamond art club. It's usually shaped like a heart. So I just take my pen, I kind of push it down once into the putty, and then I just have a little bit there on the tip. So I go and I place my bead on my my pin on my diamond, find the code that I'm working with, line it up, and just kind of give it a little press there. And then, of course, I do the little touch-up just to kind of make sure that I have it nice and straight. So I just kind of keep going on with the process. Just grab a bead and place it. Then another. And I just work my way up and I fill in all of that particular code, and then I go on to the next code and so on. Now the square diamonds to me are a little bit trickier than the round. I just kind of line up right next to the next bead I'm working with and just kind of line it up there, and you can kind of scoot it. Just don't drag it or press too hard because you don't want to peel that glue. So kind of just like that. And then you just keep working along, and as you go and you add the colors, as you can tell here, it slowly starts forming your pattern. And what a beautiful creation. Look, I always tell myself, look at what I created. This is actually beautiful by putting all my diamonds on here and creating a piece of artwork. So y'all, I hope I covered all of the steps as far as talking about diamond painting, how easy it is to do, how relaxing and enjoyable it is to be able to sit down an hour, 2 hours a day. Some of us sit here a whole day sometimes if we have the time and just kind of work on it. And then when you're done, you actually can see what a beautiful piece of work you've created. So y'all, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that if you decide to get into diamond painting, definitely take a look all over. You know, there's several different diamond art companies out there. There's several different diamond art kits, as I stated, you know, landscaping, religious, you've got animals, all kinds of stuff out there. So definitely take a look, and I hope that you guys enjoy doing it as much as I do. So again, y'all, thank you for stopping by today. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, definitely please give me those thumbs up. That helps me out on the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.